Welcome back to KX News at 6. Looking live here at the current radar off towards our west-southwest into portions of eastern Montana. This kind of tells the story of what to be expecting in our neck of the woods for the next couple of hours at least. So this area of green we see right here a bit further south and also towards the east. These were pretty strong to severe thunderstorms not too long ago. We still have this severe warning storm just towards the west of that. But the fact that these storms right here have dissipated or pretty much died out over the last half an hour to an hour or so tells us that there's a pretty strong layer of capping kind of still in place in this general area. So what do I mean by that? So in order to get these storms like we have out towards the west, we need the atmosphere to be unstable all the way through the entire atmosphere. Now a cap is basically a layer of stability in the atmosphere that's going to help or prevent some of these storms from firing off. So the fact that this area right here is still capped suggests, I like to think at least, that as this storm right here continues to move slowly off towards the east, it's going to have a tough time for now kind of getting through. That being said, storms will likely still initialize a bit later on tonight. It could be as early as 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock. We'll kind of see when that cap erodes and the storms do fire off. But for now, we're in pretty decent shape towards the southwest. May just get some rain. Hopefully that cap holds a bit longer, but we'll see, of course, how things transpire. Here's precision cast. This is about an hour or two from now. Still showing most of those storms kind of struggle busting to get through, as we can see. Even by 10 p.m., just some rain towards the southwest. Most of that convection is staying off towards the far west. But as we get to midnight to 1 a.m., the cap kind of busts a little bit and we get some more of that convection potential into our western locations. Will it play out this way? It kind of remains to be seen when and if that cap wants to bust or stay strong and hang in there. If that does happen, we could just get some rain and the severe risks will be a bit lower. I don't think it will transition that way, but of course it might based on the way things are right now. And as we get to even 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we can see this building feature into the central tier of the state. So it could be a very loud night for some of us, some very heavy rain possible. Some flooding concerns after last night still going to be there for our south central areas. So we'll see how things transpire as we go through tonight. But for right now, we're in good shape, especially towards the west. And look at this, by 5 a.m., a pretty good convection area here, a line-like feature. Hopefully this doesn't pan out this way, but if it does, again, it could be a long night for our friends back towards the east. Your State Fair forecast here brought to you by Skydancer Casino and Resorts. Mid-70s the next 2 days, 50 to 70% chance or so of storms in the p.m. And again, getting a little bit drier perhaps by Thursday into the end of the week. And here's Williston's next 5, mid-70s for you the next 2 days, 60% chance of storms through the a.m. hours tomorrow, and a 40% chance for you for Wednesday. Dickinson staying pretty wet potentially the next 2 days. The 90s are back in time for the beginning of the weekend. And here's Minot's next few, mid-70s through Wednesday, getting nice and toasty by Friday and Saturday, a high of 93 there for the beginning of your weekend. And Bismarck's next few, 80s through Friday, 90s though possible Saturday through Monday of next week.
After we get past sort of these chances for the thunder and the rumbles and everything else, 80s and 90s, this is prototypical for kind of a summer week here.
I agree. Unfortunately, it does look like it gets active once again next week, and this stubborn summer-like pattern doesn't really seem to want to end anytime soon. We'll see.
It's nice when we can have a nice stretch and not have to worry so much about that.
I hope that happens. I will see you.
Kenny, thanks so much. And up next,